Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today against the ought-to-pass motion for this legislation. This bill we got last year in the committee and was retained for a study committee that was chaired by my friend from Cheshire. And my friend from Cheshire went through very diligently with police standards and training and Director Skipper, going over this bill, going over line by line how best we could approach changing the training standards for our police officers, because we recognize that the intent of the sponsor of this bill is well put. There is a serious issue with retainment, a serious issue with recruitment, but I believe that solving that issue is not done by lowering the standards. We can solve that issue by actually paying our police officers a decent wage and giving them livable working conditions. So I think if you're a police officer who's trying to catch a perp, if you're a police officer who's going into a school or trying to address something going on in the community, I think if you have backup, you'd like that backup to be able to run with you, to be able to keep up, to be able to stay fit and active. We have fitness requirements, mental requirements for pilots. We wouldn't want our pilot not to be physically or mentally fit. We have requirements yearly for teachers. They have to do workshops. We wouldn't want our teachers not to be able to do their jobs. We have requirements for train engineers. We wouldn't want them to be able to do to run the train, which is itself on a track. So why would we not have requirements for police officers who do the job of protecting our community? And if we go back to our communities and say, hey guys, we just lowered the standards for cops. Anyone can become a cop. You don't have to take the test. Then I think we would be failing them. You know, police officers should be fit, they should be active, and that's how we can protect our communities here. So if we want to address the retention and the pay issue, which my friend is totally correct, we should address that issue. Let's come together and try to find some way to pay them more and make their conditions better, because they do a terribly hard job that is a terribly hard task, and being fit requires to do that job. So thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I would ask that you vote against the ought-to-pass motion so another motion could be made.
Chair recognizes Representative Dennis Mannion.